the original junglist from 19 what year, yeah, sir? Can't get to call them lock up. Freedom, youngster. There is no original more original than this.
Yo, welcome back. We got a YouTube Kingslayer Gaming, Jon Johnson, back with another one, baby. I cannot divulge. We got another guest on the joint. Yo, my main man here, SuperSmack Pop, baby. Yo, real talk. If you don't know, now you know. Out here killing it, musician style, tearing it up, baby. And you got the dance moves, boy. Let them know, bro. I can't take it away. Let them know who you.
What's up, everybody? Good to be here. What do you call this? Kingslayer? Kingslayer Gaming. It's an honor. My name is SuperSmack. I'm a pop rapper based here in Phoenix, Arizona. I got a dancer band called the POP. We make high energy, feel good, geek energy music, infusing bits of hip hop, pop, K-pop, J-pop, anime, video game music, with a little dash of musical theater thrown in there too, just getting all my influences. Yeah, and I've been making music for about 5 years now. Been releasing music for 5 years. Been a singer, actor, dancer for most of my life. And yeah, I guess we met up at GameOnExpo last month, which was a real good time. Yeah, dude, so it's good to be here. Appreciate it.
My main man putting it down. We did meet through a mutual friend. You know what I mean? Yep. Shout out to my man, Real John. We see you out there, New York, baby, putting it down, holding it down. Yo, my man put me on, told me, hey, I got this guy out there, bro. He's about to blow it up. My man is finna be hotter than Sandra Bullock on a hot summer day here in the AZ heat, son.
Ooh, that's hot.
I'm just saying. You had... And you telling me, boy, I was just like, who am I about to meet, boy? Who is this? You know what I'm saying? So when I showed up and then I looked at your whole group, because it's not just you, baby. It's that collective you just talked about, baby. And when I showed up and then y'all all had that life, that energy, baby, just bringing the crowd in. It was a family atmosphere, bro. Can you talk a little bit about all the things that you had put together to make this album? Divulge, bro, it's going to be sexy. You better get your copy now. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to put some justice on the product. That's all I'm saying, you know? So can you give us a little bit of insight on the album, what everybody had involved to make that process for you? You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, like I said, I've been releasing music for about 5 years now. I've dropped 2 EPs, Neon Red, Neon Blue. It's like a double EP experience. I've dropped a mixtape. I've got over 30 singles out, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your jams on. But I haven't yet released a full-length album. And I've been writing one for about 2 years now. So some of these songs have been in the works since 2020, even like late 2019. And I've just been like saving them up, you know? It's like in a video game when you get like the really good weapon and you're like, I'm not gonna use this on just like some regular enemy. I'm gonna save this for like the big bad boss. Like I got something special for you, you know? Savage Lionel Crusher, plus 14, Breath of the Wild, like, you know, Thunderblight Ganon, I got your name, you know? So I've been like saving up these songs because I know that they are just like, I honestly feel like they are some of my best work. And I'm really proud of everything that I do. I don't put out anything that, I know some artists and stuff, they're like, yeah, like I like to put out my music, but like I don't like to listen to it. Like, you know, and I get that because some people don't like the sound of their own voice or some people get tired of hearing their own stuff, but like I put out the kind of music that I want to listen to. So anything I put out there, I'm very, very proud of. If I'm not, then I'll take it down, you know? But these songs that I've been working on, I just feel really good about. And so I'm like, these need to be collected together on an album. And so the album is called Smack Pop. And we just launched and closed the Kickstarter for it. It ran for 1 month. Okay. And in that 1 month, we raised from over 100 supporters, $11,000. Wow! Which is insane. It's over 100 and 80% of what our initial goal was. So we like blew past our first goal in like the first week and just like kept on running, dude. And yeah, the album it's about 3 things. It's about love, dreams, and the confidence to go claim your own spotlight. You know, I've been a performer for most of my life, and that has been one of the big lessons that I've learned is like nobody's just gonna give you a spotlight for free. You know, you got to go out and you got to claim it,
Right.
you know, and that goes for entertainment business, that goes for whatever your career is, that goes for life in general, that goes for like love and dating and romance too. You know, if you aren't clear with like what you want in the world, some people call it manifesting, some people just call it, you know, going out and doing your thing, you know. I like to think of it in all those ways, and that is the message of this album. It's just go out and get yours, you know.
I love it.
Yeah, and that starts inside too. You got to figure out your own stuff so that you can communicate that out into the world. So yeah, it's a feel-good album. Like I said, it mixes pop, hip-hop, musical theater with a lot of pop culture, geek culture references thrown in there too. So yeah, everything about this album is gonna be dancey too. So
Ooh.
that's why I got the dancer group.
Okay.
I pulled that dancer group together at the beginning of this year here in Phoenix, and because I've always been a dancer,
Okay.
and when I started making my own music, I just got all these visions for choreography that would go with it, and I wanted to put it together in a way that was like different from your average pop artist who has like their backup dancers. Because usually if you see a pop artist or a rapper who has backup dancers with them on stage, the dancers kind of doing their own thing. They're kind of like props,
Right.
you know. They're kind of faceless. Maybe they're doing dope choreography, but like for me, and maybe this is because it was like my theater background, I wanted my dance group to have as much character as the music calls for. So that's why when people see us perform, they notice like, oh, we're not just like dancers doing a bunch of moves on stage. Like we're a team. We're like a family. We got that like family energy, and everyone on the team has a different character to them. You know, we got like Marin, who's kind of got like the crazy, like wild and out personality. We got Simone, who's like super cool and just like holding it down. Like Ignacio is just like one of the fiercest dancers I've met here in Phoenix, you know, and everyone just brings like a different energy to the team. I think of it like we're like the Power Rangers or like the Avengers, you know, and like I may be like, you know, the head of the snake,
Right.
but like we are like, you know, a force when we come together. So that's SuperSmack and the POP. That's my live show experience.
Well, that's hot. I love everything he just said because he mapped out every single thing that he attributes to get him to where my man is today. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's got the people. He's got every single thing written off, checking it off in a notebook. Baby, this is going to be on the album. I know it. It's a burner. It's got to do it. I love it, fam. Now, getting back to the heart of what we got here with, which is video games, fam. You know us. We play video games every single day. Kingslayer Gaming, putting it down. But I don't know if people do know, baby, you game.
Yeah.
You game.
Oh, yeah.
So what are you playing? What's your favorite video game currently? And I need one of all time, bro. You know I gotta have it. I know it's gonna be hard. You gotta nail it down. What's going on?
Currently, I'm playing Knights of the Old Republic. Yeah, throwback. Never got to play it back in the day.
Okay.
But so I used to be a big Star Wars fan, and that kind of fell off. You know, I just kind of like lost interest. But when I was first starting out as SuperSmack, I wrote this Star Wars rap musical.
Okay.
It was like a short mini musical, and I shot a video for it, and it did pretty well at the time. But I've been re-releasing it lately on TikTok, and it's just been blowing up. It's just been popping off, and so everybody in the comments is like, "What? Like, this is amazing! I want to see this on stage. Can you please write more songs for this?" And I'm like, maybe. It's been a minute since I've even like thought about Star Wars, and people are like, "Oh, like you're missing out. You gotta check this out. You gotta check this out." So I've just been like, I got interviewed by a Star Wars podcast last weekend, and and the dude was like telling me all about like, oh, you gotta check this out. This would make a good song. Like you could write this character. I like writing for myself. I also like writing for other people. So I'm also everything I write is like original lyrics, and I also do songwriting for other artists and other people as well. So anyway, I've been in kind of this Star Wars headspace recently. So I was like, KOTOR, one of the greatest games of all time that I've never played, and I love RPGs. So I picked that up, and I'm having a good time with it so far. Yeah, and then all time. I want to say, a big part of me wants to say Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Okay.
Because I got a mean Mario. Challenges accepted. Anyone wants to hit me up? DM me at SuperSmack Pop. We'll go at it. Part of me wants to say Breath of the Wild because that's just such a. I think that's my favorite game of recent memory. Part of me wants to say Final Fantasy X because that game, those characters, man, especially the ladies, that trifecta of Lulu, Riku, and Yuna, those three did something for me. I became a man playing that game on my PS2. I'll just say that. That was I think I had my awakening of sorts in my adolescence playing that game. But I think honestly, if I gotta go with just like one that I would just like proudly put on my shelf, it's like, this is the game, Super Mario RPG. Yeah, Super Nintendo throwback. That was the game. That was the first game I played that really triggered my imagination, because it was like the first RPG that I beat, and it had this whole world, and it had this thing that I thought I was familiar with. Mario's my favorite character. Okay. Shout out to short dudes. Short dudes, you can get your princess. You can save the kingdom, and that game.
Princesses that aren't getting the same things over and over again. Can you get some smarter princesses to save out? I'm just saying.
Well, that's the thing. In Mario RPG, he doesn't even really. He like goes out to sort of save Princess Peach, and he gets to her like a third of the way through the game. And she's basically like, no, I'm good, and I'm going to join your party, and I'm going to be, like, the meanest character. So Peach joins your party. That's the first game where you get to play as Princess Peach. And she's fire, dude. She's an amazing character. So the writing in that game is just great. They take all of these, kind of, like, tropes from the franchise and kind of turn them on their head. And this is, like, mid-90s game. I think it's very ahead of its time. And the music is phenomenal. I've always been music in video games is one of my favorite things. So yeah, I love RPGs because of the world building, and that's what I try and do in my music and with this album too. It's like, yeah, in some of my songs, and yeah, on some of this album, yeah, I'll have some video game references. Yeah, I'll have some stuff that's like, oh, that dude's a geek too. He's a gamer too. Like, that's awesome. But even more than that is I have this other goal that's more meta, which is I want the whole album to feel like its own video game. I want it to feel like its own world. And when you're playing it, when you're listening to the music, it's like you're going on this adventure with me. You're going on this ride with me, So that's the goal. I'm a fan. I'm a gamer. I've cosplayed before. All of that I love. But like my ultimate goal as an artist, like I want to be the thing that people cosplay as. Wow. That's the goal.
I love the ambition, baby, because he countered 2 points that I was actually about to follow up with questions for, but my man has already knocked them down. Because I wanted to know how video games has influenced what you got going on in your day-to-day, whether it be music, whether it be dance, whether it be everything else that you have going on accumulated that makes you the superstar that you are, baby. But I also wanted to know, like, what video game really just jumps out at him at the top of the list, and we figured it out, and that's the reason that's so important to me is because it's for a certain reason. Certain video games out there, you love them for certain reasons, right? You love the aspect of the building joint, right? You love the different way the story was being told, right? I had no idea Peach was that girl. Yep. I didn't know. until my man's just put me on. He let me know. So I love how certain video games are loved for certain reasons that are different for other people. You love your games, baby. Play your games. I got just one more question to follow up. I don't want to take up too much of your time. My man is a superstar. He's a legend in the making. My man is out here killing it. Cop that disc. But what I really want to know is, who are your major influences that have kept you strong throughout your entire time, throughout every single thing you've accomplished? Whether it's been all the songs you've done, whether it's been this Kickstarter that blew it away, baby. What can we attribute to is that person? Is it one person? Is it a family? Is it a celebrity? What's going on, baby? Where you getting it from?
That's a really good question. I got a few. So one from, and I appreciate that, all the kind words, warm energy. I'm gonna go into the rest of my day just like, chest puffed out, you know, like I'm gonna walk into my next meeting and then be like, damn.
That's what we do here, baby.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So major influences on me. So first, from an artist standpoint, one of my biggest influences is Janelle Monae. Hey. Yeah, I've actually got her book. If you want to reach over there, that white book on that shelf right there. Yeah.
Oh, we got some Archie?
Oh yeah, you know, little summer surf party. That too. Always. You know, you need light reading to go with the heavier stuff. So yeah, Janelle Monae is just one of the biggest influences on me. Like the way that in her music, she tells a story. So not only is she a fierce singer, songwriter, visual performer, and rapper, but she's also huge into sci-fi and imagined worlds. And her first 3 EPs are all part of the same story. And her album, her most recent album, Dirty Computer, the story was so big that she had to write a book of short stories to go along with it as this companion project. But you wouldn't know it just from listening to the music, because if you listen to some of those tracks, you're just like, this is a damn good pop track. This is a really good R&B track. It stands on its own as a piece of pop music. But if you want to dive deeper, the iceberg is there. And I love that, because it is very hard for me to create something if it isn't part of a story. I've always been, growing up, I was always a kid who was just daydreaming. I was coming up with, if I wanted to design an RPG, this is what the characters would do. This is what the systems would be like, Those are the world. I was always living in some other world that I was creating in my head. So artists like that, huge inspiration to me. Huge inspiration. And then the other one is from my family, and that's my sister. My sister, Catherine Ricafort. She's an amazing performer, singer, dancer, actress.
Shout out Sister Pop.
Yep.
Sister Pop.
Sister Pop.
Sister
Pop.
Yes, ma'am.
She's incredible. She's been in 8 different Broadway shows. Yeah. And she's just always been an inspiration for me and kind of helped push me as not just as an artist, but just as a person. So yeah, those are probably my 2 biggest influences.
Hey, so let me just wrap this up. But I want to know, for one, where we can find you, what you got going on the socials, baby, because we want to know, for one, where to get the album. We also want to know where to find you. And we want to know what you got going next in the live space, baby. What we got going on. Where can we get more of the SuperSmack Pop?
I'll take, there was a lot. I'll take that backwards. I'll take that backwards. You can get more of the SuperSmack Pop anywhere on social media. I'm most active on Instagram and TikTok at SuperSmack Pop on all platforms. And then Spotify, SuperSmack. And yeah, that's where you can hit me up. In terms of live shows, live performances, my next one is going to be at the Arizona Asian District Night Market. Okay. So twice a year, all the Asian American businesses here in Arizona put on this huge night festival. Yeah. The first one they do is Lunar New Year. It's in February. And then the second one they do is in October. Okay. And this one is going to be for Filipino American Month, which is October. Super important to me. I'm Filipino American. I'm Asian American. Very proudly identify as AAPI. And to get to perform at kind of one of the big flagship events here in this city, not just for the Asian American community, but everybody who rocks with Asian culture, you know, whether that's the food, Filipino food, Chinese food, Japanese food, like milk tea, Korean food, all that stuff is gonna be like the best of the best. It's gonna be here at this festival. The visual arts, so whether that's anime, video games, you know, like so much. I feel like we gotta give respect to the roots of everything, right? So like me as someone who raps and likes to do hip hop dance, always got to give respect to the roots where it came from. Black culture, Latin culture, you know, like the roots of all of that. So I think as video gamers and anime fans, whatever, you know, like it's also important to engage with the Asian communities and the Asian American communities and understand where those roots came from. Anyway, all that is to say, I'm super honored to be one of the
performers at this festival. That's going to be on October 8th.
October 8th,
Yeah,
baby.
yeah. Put it on calendars if you're here in Phoenix. It's going to be a real fun show. And other stuff I got going on. I just got interviewed for this magazine. Speaking of Asian stuff, it's a new magazine called Persuasion.
Ooh.
And if you want to flip that towards the back there, you'll find my article. Oh, there we go. Yep. Yeah. So this is a dope.
Look at the profile. There we go.
Should I strike the pose?
Yeah.
It's just a really good article. If you just want to learn more about me, you can get the link to this, the digital or the print copy, anywhere on my profiles. Just hit up the link in bio on my profile so you can check that out. It's called Persuasion. Shout out to Michaela Z, who's the editor in chief of this magazine, who brought me on for this issue. So yeah, that's some of the stuff I got going on. The big thing, obviously, is the album. First single from that is going to drop next month. It's called Cute, and it's all about feeling good about yourself, just kind of feeling yourself. And you saw a preview of that actually at the show. That was the one where we were like rocking the hand signs.
Yeah, you got us all involved with the joint.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that's what I'm working on right now, just mixing all of that. And I'm also writing. I got a lot going on. I'm also writing a musical. So that was kind of like a top secret project. Can't share too much about that yet. But yeah, got a lot going on there.
Oh.
Yeah. But in the meantime, I'm also gaming. So hit me up if you want to play anything. Appreciate it. Oh, if you want to email me, I'm supersmackpop@gmail.com. I know you probably got a lot of like artists and stuff who watch this. So if anyone wants to collaborate on anything or visual artists, all that stuff, hit me up. Always love connecting with people in the community.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. He makes sure he gets every single plug-in, boy, because he wants to make sure that everyone knows my man is down to collab. My man is here to spread the wealth that he has on this platform my man's already built for himself with his own hard work, with the hard work of others involved. My man's killing it. So make sure you cop that disc, Super Smack Pop. Make sure you hit him up. Get squashed by Mario, because my man is out here Goomba stomping. That's just what he does. Until next time, bro, this has been your boy, Jon Johnson, straight out of Kingslayer Gaming with Super Smack Pop. Yo, you know what it is.